Welcome to the UTSA Softball Weekly Press Conference. We're joined by head coach Vann Stuedeman, student athletes Arlette Hernandez on the left of your screen, Samantha Munduine on the right of your screen. 4-0 week for the roadrunners. Coach, if you'd like to start off with an opening statement.
Wow, what a week. Really pleased with how the girls have been scratching and clawing. You know, it's kind of our motif. A lot of grit, a lot of pluck, a lot of grit. And the girls have really been digging into that mentality of wanting to be the one in the moment that comes through. And we've seen a lot of that. We put ourselves in a hole a couple of times, and we've seen ourselves scratch out of it. So really proud of the girls for the fight, and really proud of a great week that we just finished 4-0 on the week.
Coach, your bats have been really hot. You've had a lot of home runs here recently. What have you seen from your hitters and from your offense as of late?
Well, again, you know, the run production, we challenged them early in the year. I think in Mexico we left 50 base runners on, and we've challenged them to get the hit when it matters the most. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a barrel. It can be a chip shot. It can be a walk. It can be a hit by pitch. So I think the biggest thing is Coach Bray has done an incredible job with the kids understanding their swings, understanding. And both these guys hit, so that's a good question for them. But I really feel like it's a good. They all understand their swing, and that's because Coach Bray's really taken the time to really individually pick out the thing and the cue that they need in the moment. And they really are responding to what he is teaching and his approach and his game plan.
Samantha, you're from the greater San Antonio area, I would say, and went to McNeese. What went into your decision to come back to this area and come to UTSA?
I just was excited to come back home, and Coach Vann preached about building a winning program and uplifting the program, and she's done nothing but that since she's gotten here. Every year she's been progressively better, and I just thought that'd be cool to be a part of building a new culture and making UTSA a winning team, and it hasn't been like that in a while, so I'm excited to be a part of something good.
How do you think your experience at McNeese has helped you to come in and make a big impact immediately here?
I think McNeese taught me what it takes to get to the postseason and the toughness for sure. We played a tough schedule. James is a really good coach, and he coaches hard, and I think that really helped me grow as a person and help uplift people around me because of all the tough things we're going through. So I brought that over here, and I feel like it's really helped all the girls out, and we've gotten a lot tougher, and I've seen us grow a lot just since the fall already.
How special is it to make an impact on a program that's not far from your hometown?
I think it's really cool. I'm happy to be able to do it close to home, and it just shows how much you can learn and grow once you get to college if you pay attention and let it happen.
Arlette, what went into your decision to come to UTSA?
Just like how Sam mentioned, Vann has done nothing but continue to grow this team, and when I went on my visit, she just told me that she is excited for me to grow, and she knew the exact steps to help me grow.
Were you expecting to make such a big impact so quickly into your college career, and how have you kind of adjusted to that role?
I have just trusted the process, and we have this thing going on with the whole team. It's just thank you God right back, and if something goes wrong, thank you God right back.
And what has it been like to learn from a national champion in Mac Morgan?
She is honestly the best, and she just helps us continue to grow, and she holds us very accountable, and her toughness is growing onto us.
Coach, could you maybe share about each of these student athletes, how you identified them and why you thought they'd be a great fit for UTSA?
Well, when Sam went into the portal, we had Christine Moreno from McNeese, and I've known James for a really long time and really respect him and his program and how he runs things at McNeese. And Christine definitely paved the way. And when she went in the portal, definitely did my homework, being from Seguin, and called James, of course, and he had nothing but, he was like, oh, I wish she wouldn't leave. And, it's so funny because he said about Chrisleen and Sam, if they call me tomorrow, they're always welcome here. And actually, Chrisleen is working there now, but he does a really great job at molding these young ladies into warriors, and it's really the toughness she speaks of. So I knew that I would like the program that she came from. I knew that I would like that she is from Seguin and from the surrounding area. And when I talked to her on the phone, it's a funny story. I was stuck in a hospital stairwell. My dad was in the hospital. I was stuck in the stairwell. And I'm talking to her, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, Sam, I'm stuck in the stairwell. And she handled that. That could have really shaken her and been like, oh, I'm not going there. But I really liked that she could handle what life throws at you, right? And really enjoyed talking to her. And then she's a over 300 career hitter. And I knew that she would bring the things that we needed to take the next step. And then Arlette, she just kept striking everybody out. It didn't matter. It was swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. And I tell everybody, if they're not a pitching coach, they always ask, what do you look for? I don't know anything about pitching. What do I look for? And the number one thing is swing and misses. I mean, you can't argue with a swing and miss. The next thing is how many miss hits or barrels does the pitcher give up? And then the next thing, if you can see it, the spin speed of the ball, how fast is it spinning? And every time you go to her game, it would be swing and miss, miss hit, swing and miss, swing and miss, swing and miss hit. And everybody had a hard time squaring her up. And then she has a special needs brother, and I think it takes a special person that knows how to serve in that kind of family role. And we all know the pitcher is like, oh, she's the queen or whatever. We know that that's a problem with softball. And I knew that her having a special needs brother and being so good at softball, she would be able to balance the two. And she's done that gracefully and done it she works just as hard as everybody else. And my big thing about being a pitcher is if you have a circle drawn around you, you better be the hardest working player on the team. You have a circle drawn around you in the game, right? I mean, like, come on. So she has embraced that, and she works just as hard as everybody else. And I think that's important for a pitcher. And I think that comes from her family upbringing, and having a special needs brother. And I thought these two were people that we could continue this process of moving forward with, and I appreciate y'all proving me right so far. Thank you very much.
Well, kind of on that topic, Coach, I mean, Arlette has really come in and kind of been the star of the pitching staff. Did you think she could come into that role so quickly and do what she's done?
Well, I knew she had the tools. The biggest question mark would be, for me, was when she gives up a hit or a home run, how is she mentally going to respond? Because she's not used to that. She's used to getting a whole bunch of swing and misses. So that was part of how was she going to respond. I knew she could do it. She has the stuff. But if you watched, we had Tegan Cavan and Jordy Ball or Fromm against each other opening day here on campus, and two of the best pitchers in the country, there were 25 hits in the game. And I think maybe that was something good for her to see coming in, that, hey, these are two of the best hitters. I mean, two of the best pitchers, and they're giving up hits. I can give up a hit, thank you, God, and right back. And I think she is learning that and proving that she can handle the stress that it brings and the toughness that you need. So I knew she had the tools. The question mark was she going to have it between the ears? And so far, so good, handling it.
Sam, you've had some pretty impressive defensive plays that have definitely drawn some attention. What do you like about being out there in center field, and what's your mentality to be able to make some of those plays that people might think look kind of impossible as they're coming at you?
I just always am ready for it. Anytime, like before the game, we do visualization, and while we're doing that, I always envision like the plays that I'm gonna make, or like if the situation comes and there's runners on base, I know that if the ball comes to me, I need to throw it a certain place, or if there's fast people on, I know where the ball needs to go before it gets hit to me. And I know with our conference and the teams we'll be playing, the non-routine plays need to become routine, because one pitch, one catch can change the whole game. And if you can make those non-routine plays routine, you have a really good chance of keeping yourself in the big games.
Coach KK Madrid is a player that I think you knew had a ton of potential and battled through some injuries last year, and she's really come on strong as of late. What have you seen from her, and how have you seen her improve since she first got here?
Well, interestingly enough, her softball skills speak for themselves, but the work that she's put in off the field with our culture and really embracing everybody's differences and really trying to grow off the field is she's got great grades. She has just really matured off the field, which has definitely helped her on the field. But yeah, she's definitely a pure hitter. She's got great hands, some of the fastest hands I've been around, and on the field as on defense as well. She has we call it scoop juice, really good scoop juice over there at first base, and just her energy is contagious, and so we continue to work on the mentality of bringing that contagious energy every day, which we all know some days we don't feel it, right? You come to work and it's a little bit harder than some other days, and you got to be tough enough to be able to bring it when you need it. And the team sort of beats on her and I think Kat Ray is their heartbeat, and they're kind of right there in the middle of the infield. And it seems like when they're bringing the right energy, our team seems to follow. So I've really seen a lot of growth more off the field. Obviously, she's a great softball player, and we knew that. And we're so glad. She's also from the surrounding area of San Antonio. So we're so glad to get these girls that had gone off to school back, and then the ones that aren't too far from the valley, but to keep them close to home and keep them in San Antonio.
It was a historic weekend for you in terms of getting the sweep. How important are those kinds of milestones?
Well, they're huge. We were to get the sweep. We're top of the seventh inning. We're down by 6 runs, I think, with 1 out. And Madlock hits a home run. Brooke Metter follows with a home run. KK gets a single, and I'm like looking in the dugout past Sam, and she's on deck coming up to bat, and I'm wondering if I need a runner because it's the tying run. She's the tying run. No, you're the tying run. Sam's the tying run. I'm thinking I want to break up the double play. I need a runner for KK, and I'm looking past Sam into the dugout asking Jim if I need a runner, like who can run. And Sam was going, "You don't need a runner. You don't need a runner." And I was like, okay, I don't need a runner. And Sam gets up there and just crushes it. And I was like, well, I didn't need a runner. She knew something I didn't know. So that was awesome. That was, and it takes moments like that, like she's talking about, that just the confidence to know that we can come back from a 6-run deficit in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th. It's a huge milestone. It's a huge first step. And just so proud of these girls from battling back, in that situation. That secured the series victory, and I think we went into 9 innings. And Coach Natty, I call her, she had a great pitch call. It was change up, drop, change up with Reagan Stout on the mound, and or it might have been change up, drop, change up. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but Reagan executed it beautifully, And that was really fun. A tough moment for Reagan, and a tough moment for all the hitters in the top of that seventh, and just really fun to see them come through there. And Arlette, in the last game, their best hitter was on deck. They had a runner on. There were 2 outs, and I'm thinking, we got to get this girl out. We have got to get this girl out. I do not want that best hitter to come up, because Skaggs, she had just a great weekend against us. And I'm just going, come on, Arlette. And she pitches one, and Maddie Hornback makes a great play. And like Sam said, we have to be able to make hard pitches routine in big moments, and make a tough play like Hornback made, and a good pitch like Arlette made. We have to make those things routine, so that that one pitch, because that's what it's going to come down to sometimes, is one pitch, and that was a huge out to finish the game.
Yeah, Arlette, you're kind of in these pressure environments in college, early on. What has it been like for you, and how have you kind of been able to manage those pressure situations?
I just gotta look back at my defense, and they're always constantly telling me that they got my back every single time. And also being on that mound, having that tunnel vision, and just staying focused and pitching the pitch that needs to be executed.
Last question, Coach. You face Corpus Christi again, this time at their place, and then you have Memphis here this weekend. What are you looking to see from your team and from those teams that face you?
Well, we've got to continue to move forward. We have a saying, parakaleo. It's a Greek word for moving forward and not allowing others to sink back. And we've got to continue to take strides to take the next step, and the next step. And we know that we've played Corpus, and we know they have a new coach, and we know that is what they're pressing to do, is move forward. Memphis coming in this weekend. This is a second-year coach who was a standout player at LSU back in the day and has done a great job in other places, and she is doing a great job now at Memphis. And they are, too, in the same kind of situation that we're in, trying to move forward. So you have 3 teams that are really trying to have breakout seasons and moving the needle. So everybody's going to be hungry, and we have to be hungrier.
All right. Well, that concludes today's press conference. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you. Birds up.